a good friend of the kin, a true Kinian, someone who blew me away a few years ago, the first time I saw him do this, and I can say that before I saw Marshall Davis Jones do this, I had not seen anyone else do this. So rather than telling you what this is, I'll let Marshall do this.
Hello, 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 hello. All right, so if everyone can just stand up really quickly, it's fantastic. And just go for it. Go, yep. Whoo. All right, and sit back down. Great. Foresight. Foresight is what every single one of us who has a dog or a cat does right before they decide to go off and frolic into whatever part of the house they're going to do. See, pandiculation, yawning, is preparation for what might happen. Might have to move, might have to jump off the bed, might have to jump into the refrigerator and take whatever I can get out of it. Might have to run away if Godzilla is being worked on one of the other, buildings here, and we all have to run, right? So, foresight. The body is amazing, brilliant, built into us, a mechanism that tells us, hey, you know what? It might be going down today. Let's all be serious for a moment, adults. Mommy and daddy got caliente, and then while they slept, you got adelante. And unless you are a twin or a triplet, there was no second or third place, no silver or bronze, only gold. We all got here by nature's brilliant design. I was told once that if something was a great idea, nature might have already beaten us to it. A spiral. A spiral. Time. Moving in spirals. Time. Time. It may be that time is not necessarily a linear thing. It may be more of a location, time. Spiral. A circle. How do we find our way? How do we find ourselves out of this vision? Do we coin a new term, and do we come to terms with coins? How do we make this a win-win for all of us? It is interesting how we study time. Time moves in spirals. It's this circle that goes around 1 year, then 2 years, and then 3 years, and then 4, and then 5, and it speeds up. But it reminds us of what has been before, like the idea that agriculture leads to agriculture leads to every agriculture leading to industry, leading to technological advancement. Yes, that is what happens. So, agriculture, it is interesting what happens to us when our survival is contingent upon the survival of another organism outside of us. So perhaps it's the idea that we are indeed an agriculture, since we focus so much on growth and growing our business, our assets, our minds, growth, interest, trust, bonds, appreciation, value. Sounds a lot like relationships. It also sounds a lot like banking. Interesting. So perhaps it is that we recognize that all of us as beings have 100% self-interest. Now, that is a horrible interest rate for a loan, but a great interest rate for being human, for being us. So how do we make a win-win situation? By recognizing that if we can make the 100% self-interest that we all have, if we can recognize that in each other, perhaps we would be less disappointed. Perhaps we would be less aggravated when things don't seem to go a way that we wanted them to, because we have to recognize that we are all here together doing these spirals, moving in these cycles. It's yin and yang. We have these ideas that we all work together and having the same things inside of us and a little bit of what is inside of you, and being able to cycle and see that in each other and being able to create something amazing and brilliant and beautiful. It is the idea of seeing our way out of the dark. Where will we go? Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Today just simply being 2 syllables between yesterday and tomorrow. Today, but tomorrow. Tomorrow meaning to the morning. So essentially all we really need to do is get through the night. So it takes bright ideas with bright minds, with visions that can see, to find our way out of the dark and find our way through the night. Perhaps it is a dance, it is music, it is an escape from the bondage that binds us between us and our greatest potential. How will we move? How will we find our pain out couch. Nothing matters to the body. Our body doesn't matter until we see something that we've been cut, we've been hurt, we've been pricked, we've been broken, and we fix it and we collaborate with Band-Aids, with a cast, with something that says we've been hurt here before. And we recognize that in each other. And we look for that. Oh, you've hurt here before. That's what binds us. That's what allows us to be close. The idea that we've hurt here before, that we've all experienced the push of being born, childbirth into a world where we once existed inside of a cave and all we had were shadows and sounds and things that we could no longer really comprehend until we were burst out here. And wow, what a place. If a baby could explain to a child in the womb what it was like to be here, would that baby understand or no? We don't know, but that's what philosophy is for, is it not? We find our way out of the dark. If there's anything that family is meant to do, it is to be there in those times when it is dark, when someone of us cannot see just beyond the door, just beyond the horizon, just beyond whatever they believe is their ceiling for growth. Where some people see a ceiling, they just see the floor to a level up. 62. If time is a location in space, maybe if we consider the idea that 62 is where we will be, is where we will be. And then the question is not where will we be at 62, but who will be there when we get there? What will be there when we get there? What matters? What is important? Where will we go? Foresight, I believe, is realizing that if you are indeed a leader, people will be talking behind your back. Why will they be talking behind your back? Because clearly you're going somewhere. So if we're talking face to face, then maybe we're not moving. So where will we go? It depends on who's asking. And it also depends on who answers, who is brave enough to take the first step, to make the first move, to realize that we are competing against the future, that we are echolocating, even if we can't see. We reach out and the future says, hey, you know, it's a good idea to make a left turn here. And by the time the echo comes back, it's already the past. So historically, it's been good to make a left turn here or you're going to hit a wall. Out of the dark. Where will we go? It is music. It is rhythm. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Today is only 2 beats between yesterday and tomorrow. And so tonight we rehearse in the dark where no one can see us, somewhere beneath the stars, the bright minds and the visionaries moving toward tomorrow, so that in the morning we can dance and dance together, because we all live here. We all live here as family.